Bonjour Lianne La Havas.
Bonjour.
Blood, the title of your second album. This blood is what, like half Greek, half Jamaican, with I guess drops of England, maybe a little bit, English drops in it. So you've been to Jamaica for vacation before this album was released. Was it like a trip that you planned to get some more inspiration, or it was just a vacation or holidays?
It was just a holiday. I came back feeling inspired because, you know, I take inspiration from everywhere, but I didn't expect for it to be as significant as it was.
It was not like a quest before going there or something.
No,
it was just like
I'd like to correct that.
Yeah.
It's not, I didn't go searching for my roots or, you know, whatever. I just found them.
Yeah. With this before and after aspect of this Jamaican trip, does it has a main influence on something, on the writings, on your approach of sounds, on a lot of stuff, or on some specific stuff?
All of those things. I found that I was able to indulge in my sensitivity to rhythm and melodies, which I feel was always there. But maybe the first album, it was just a different path, and now this second one has led to me being able to explore a lot more. And I think Jamaica was a big part of that, kind of finding that confidence there and that freedom there, because I was a visitor. So I was just in the studio giving whatever I could and realising that anything's possible when you're in the studio.
The darkest reaches of space to another galaxy. Our polarity shifted around. There was nothing else left holding us down, but it's just gravitational. We are unstoppable.
There's like a big evolution, I think, on the voice aspect from the first to the second album. Voice seems to be more soulful on the second album. Did you change some stuff? It's just a natural evolution, or you were looking for something specific?
It's funny, a lot of the recording on the first album was done, you know, while I was still a smoker. A lot of it was done after I'd been touring and my voice was tired. I've realised my limits now with the voice and what I need to make sure it's healthy. But also, it was a natural kind of maturing, I suppose, of the voice. But I'm basically, because I quit smoking, I'm able to do all the things that I could do before I started smoking. But I remembered all the freedom, and I have the ease now to do it, so I can be really free with what I'm singing. So it's, again, I just found a pocket, maybe, of the voice where I enjoy using it again.
I've been saving up my time so I can spend it all on you. On you. Oh, all I need is to see you smile. I've forgotten how to be blue.
Even if there's like a lot of differences between Is Your Love Big Enough and Blood, like we said, maybe on your voice, on the production, etc. Is there something precise, something specific that for you there's like a big change, a big difference from this first to this new album? Something you improve or you're very proud of because of something specific?
I guess having more control over the songwriting and more more variety of who I worked with, and because no one really knew what it would sound like, I could just try anything.
People try to put stickers on artists, on albums about
I
the
know.
genres. You know that, I guess. Your album, especially this new one, is very wide. I mean, genres and influences, and people still put you in like the soul or new soul category. Is it something you are fed up about now?
I particularly don't like neo-soul because I wonder what the connotation it actually is, because I don't think it sounds like what neo-soul is to me. Also, I think that movement has passed, and I think it more implies the colour of my skin rather than the content of the album. So that's why I don't like that term. I don't mind soul though, because you could say it's soulful. I am talking about real things and it's my life. I'm singing in it and I felt it. But
So when you met somebody who doesn't know what you're doing and you say a musician or a singer, this person always asks you, what kind of music are you doing, I guess?
They always ask.
What is your answer?
Well, I just say that I play electric guitar with a clean tone and I sing, which is essentially, that's all it is. But I would, if anything, I would call it melodic and rhythmic.
What are your first musical memories when you were a little girl? What are the first songs or artists who really were like big shocks for you when you were a little girl?
My earliest musical memory was singing hymns with my great-grandmother. And she just taught it to me a cappella, and I've never forgotten it. I think it's called The Breaking of the Day. So that's my earliest memory. I was about 5 or 6. And then my earliest memory of actually playing an instrument was when I was 7. And my father got me a keyboard as a gift for my 7th birthday. But didn't actually show me anything on it until much later. He sort of just got it for me to see if I would be interested. And I started playing things that I'd made up and trying to copy melodies that I'd heard. And then I also sang shortly after that, still age 7.
You had idols at that time? You had posters in your bedroom?
Not when I was
your
7.
Later?
No. But I knew the music of certain people. I knew the music of Michael Jackson. He was around in my house a lot. And I knew Lauryn Hill from the movies. And I knew a bit of Stevie Wonder from the radio. So yeah.
So no posters on your bedroom later on?
Later, yes.
Yeah. Who?
Backstreet Boys.
You still have the poster in your bedroom?
No, we've lost them now. But yeah.
Is it true that you were a Slipknot fan? A Limp Bizkit too? Yeah. You had your Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, all of those things. And Linkin Park.
Yeah.
Just everything seemed to happen all at once in a big movement. So everybody at my school, they all liked similar things.
I'm out of sight, I'm out of mind. Alone in Tokyo, you're out of reach. Wrong place, wrong time. Alone in Tokyo.
Have you made just one interview without the Prince question?
Yeah,
Yeah?
before I met Prince.
So I won't ask you about him, about what you said, because you told so many times, but I just wanted to know, you've been to Paisley Park,
Yeah.
the studios and all that, so how was it? Was it like a toy shop with like tons of instruments and vintage stuff, etc.?
I think he has it set up differently for different occasions. So when I went there, there was only a couple of guitars, but there's like a piano around. There's lots of pianos everywhere. And there was a bass and a drum kit. But it was a very minimal setup. But I know that there are instruments elsewhere.
So there was the Prince question, now it's going to be the Obama question, no? That
Yeah.
everybody asks you?
That would be, you know, preferable.
It's easiest to answer.
Yeah.
So what was your reaction when you heard that he put a track on his playlist, summer playlist?
It was disbelief.
Yeah.
I think he's just the man of the century, and just I've always wanted to meet him, and I felt maybe a tiny bit closer because he knows who I am, which is incredibly flattering. Also to be in between, I think it was Van Morrison and Al Green on the list.
Yeah, that's cool.
So it's great.
Are you listening to a lot of music? Are you a big music addict? Do you always have a headphone or music in your house?
I do.
Not your music, but...
Yeah, all music.
Yeah.
It depends what I'm doing. Sometimes I like silence, but in the mornings when I'm getting stuff done, I like to have music on all the time. Or when I'm traveling from place to place, I put my iPod on shuffle.
What are you?
Or my MP3 player.
Compressed music, you mean?
I mean, I have music.
What is on your playlist at the moment? What are the stuff you're listening to?
Drake, the Pet Sounds,
Beach Boys, yeah.
also Beyonce, and Radiohead.
Okay. Do you already have in mind the next album, the third one? Or you
I'm
prefer-
thinking about it all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do, but I know I want to do more of my own thing. I feel like this album is more of my own thing, and I want to develop it more. Whatever it is, I want to find the ultimate interpretation of it.
Okay. Merci, Lianne La Havas.
Thank you.